franchise best 13-2 start to the season, heading into the FIBA international break. You must be pretty pleased with how the season's tracking so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. These last 3 games, it was a big one for us. We wanted to get the win at home, go to Illawarra and play in such a tough contest there, and I just thought the winning attitude up there to, if we missed shots, it was come up with an O-board, get extra possessions, and I thought that carried over tonight. The possession game was huge. Low turnover for us, high offensive rebounds. If we could have made some threes, in a couple of periods there, I thought we could have punched it out. But then fourth quarter, couple of, I don't think we conceded a 3, a couple of mid-range contested, and they lived at the foul line. And, I was really pleased with the way that we defended in the fourth.
Is it pleasing to be able to pop up nearly 100 points when Chris only goes 1 of 11 from 3?
Yeah, we've found different ways. Some nights we've shot 30 free throws. This game it was about offensive rebounds and just how we scored in the paint again tonight. So we've been attacking the paint well. It was obviously it's a fraction over our average of number of threes, but there's not too many of them I would have turned down tonight. I thought they were pretty good looks.
Well, a lot went in and out, didn't they?
Yeah, Mill had a couple of, especially I thought, had a couple of goes at getting in there. But, a lot of great contributions tonight. I really thought Cole Bowen had a great weekend, and guarded Doolittle down the stretch and, made his 3-ball and, just he was really effective. Tyson rolls an ankle and then, took a little bit of time, comes back in, and you could see he was still affected, but didn't affect his mindset. And massive 3 to kind of really close out the game in an ISO situation there as well. And Jesse, we've been trying to understand the refereeing a little bit more, and kept him out of foul trouble. And 16 rebounds, 8 offensive. Just a monster on the glass tonight, and Joe's a tough cover, and we did a solid job on him tonight.
That was the key matchup, wasn't it? It's probably the match-winning matchup for you. To keep Joe to 3 rebounds. Yeah,
he's such a talented player, and comes downhill with such force. And I thought Jesse met his physicality. He still turned and made some tough contested hooks, but. We left him single coverage most of the night, which was really helped us guard the 3, which we did pretty well tonight.
How tough was that battle, Jesse?
Yeah, it's a real talented player right there, and their team played a good game, making tough shots all throughout the game. And I think for us it was just a testament to our defense to make sure that we just keep following our principles. And that's really what carried us through, because he's a real good player on both ends, especially on the offensive one, and that was where we tried to.
Is it hard to back up after playing JaVale? What was it, Thursday night or Friday night, and such a short span of time?
To what? To back
up and then face an athletic guy like Joe.
Right. Yeah. They got they're different players, but they're both tough covers, like you said. For us and for me personally, it was just the same mindset, try to come with that same physicality and, like I said, really follow those principles and, not to have too much drop-off from 2 nights ago to tonight.
What does a game like tonight, Jesse, do for your confidence in terms of, and Thursday, Friday for that matter of fact, knowing, you can go up against any big in the league and, beat anyone at any stage in time, heading down the stretch late in games and then also heading towards, the back end of the season?
Yeah, it's obviously good, but you also try to come into the season with that mindset that that you're not going to come into the season with the mindset that there's a lot of guys that are better than you every game. So it definitely helps, but I don't try to look at that too much. I just try to really focus on what is the current goal on defense, what are we really trying to do as a team, and then try to follow up on that.
What were the keys to shutting down JLA tonight?
We had a good team plan to make sure that there was guys always digging in. and focus on what is his tendencies, what side does he like to go, try to stop him from going there, not really give him anything easy, and yeah, really just like I said, hugging as a team. But that was something we always do as a team, make sure that we have plans for each and every one of the tough guys we play.
Dean, you saw plus 24 points in the paint tonight. Is that something you really zoned in and focused on heading into this one?
Not really. It's been a focus all year to keep attacking the paint, and the biggest one's probably the fast break points, which is probably the biggest difference in our points in the paint. I thought us taking care of the basketball and forcing 12 turnovers and getting out and running off those turnovers was a massive advantage for us tonight. And so we want to excuse me, we want to get Tice's feet in the paint. Milt was really active in it tonight, and we had good cutters. I thought Dash cut really well as well. We just had a lot of people contributing to scores in the paint tonight.
Dean, can you talk about Milton's game? I know you had big numbers, but a lot of the stuff, a little quick hands and things like that, just don't show up in the stat sheet. His performance is phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've been charting our deflections just as a defensive activity, and the Illawarra game, he led the team in deflections, and it'll be interesting watching it back tonight to just see who's getting those active hands and just disrupting the flow of their offense. So I think just with Shea out, obviously we've asked him to play a lot more point guard as well, and I thought the more he does it, the more he's just got comfortable with how to get others involved and how to attack himself, and really solid performance from him tonight.
And what's Tyson's update with his ankle? Do you know?
Yeah, no, they said nothing to me. So he's got yeah, I think so. But he's got some time to get right, and so it was just a bit of a twist. So he should be fine.
Dean, it wasn't Chris's night, 1 from 11 from 3, but there was a moment in the commentary that we spoke about your relationship with Chris. He came off, he was very frustrated, he almost gave you a bear hug. How do you manage him in that moment and the frustration? And can you talk us through those relationships that you have with your players?
Yeah, I just had to keep looking at the referee. I could see he was hot, and he wouldn't have had to do too much to step over and get a tech foul. So, and I knew I couldn't say anything to him, because whatever I said to him, there was probably going to be another reaction. So I just kind of, I got you, and that was kind of the only thing in that one. But it's we're still trying to work out the league and what we allow and the physicality, and there's a few that I didn't agree with tonight. I think when he's doing a good job of trying to limit the path of Windler, and he gets called for that, where I think he deals with that 20 times a game and it could be called down the other end. So I think that's where his frustration was, to say, I'm trying to do the right thing defensively, but I'm not sure if I get that call all the time at the other end. So we're trying to figure out, they got called for 17 fouls, which I think is right on the mark. I just think there was a few extra ones that we got tonight, rebounding situations, other ones that I wasn't as happy with. But we're getting close. We're all trying to figure it out, and if we can get this physicality right, it's going to be a real exciting game to watch.
You talk about KB as well, and the weekend that he's had, but there was a point in time where Finn got fouled out and you went with the 2 bigs. Is there a choice around that? Why did you go with that? Yeah, no,
I just thought Fab was playing well, so I didn't want to take him out for that period. And he's always been to me, probably a forward that stepped up and played a lot more 5, and kind of played exclusively 5 for us. And so I know that at the back half of the season, there probably might be moments where we need him to play some 4 as well. So I just thought he was playing well, left him in there, but then just really wanted KB to guard, do little down the stretch, and I thought he was really solid.